Welcome to the 82nd edition of the Pro Wrestling Zone. I am Tiger Height.
And I am the new majestic champion of the world.
Interim.
The gallery of many peanuts.
Yeah, so he's interim champion. He won by bullshit, whatever.
I did not. I won by a full point.
Nope. That's lies.
I'm sorry Punky 3K was disappointing you with their winning.
It was. It really was. Anyway, let's go on to news before I get into a gigantic bitch fest, all right?
Okay, bitch.
As of this week, the two inductees into the Hall of Fame were Rob Van Dam, obviously well-deserved.
Hashtag old news.
Right, and William Shatner, which is whatever.
Hashtag other old news.
Because they already filmed the goddamn show.
Yep.
There were no inductors for them at all. They just were, put in.
Right.
Whatever. Who cares?
Exactly.
Right. So Eric Young is going to be out between 6 to 9 months with an ACL injury.
Fun.
That's obviously great. He just had his match with James Storm for James Storm's 1000th match.
No, that didn't just happen. That happened weeks ago.
Oh, I know. I'm aware. They aired it. Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, I'm talking about airing time, not actual time.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, we'll talk about that one later. WWE and USA Network on March 30th they've essentially signed a multi-year deal. So the NXT is going to be continuing on the USA Network for multi-year extension.
On Tuesdays.
Tuesdays, yes, and that's going to be starting on April 13th.
Yep.
So this is kind of my indication that they lost the wars. This is the indication.
Mm-hmm.
When you're the one who moves,
right.
You did not win the war. You lost. So, I mean, I'm ready to claim it that AEW just simply won. They won. They won pretty much every single week.
Yep, and Impact is moving to Thursdays now.
Because Impact Wrestling aren't a bunch of fucking idiots and tried to wage war against somebody that they clearly didn't want to wage war against.
Who?
WWE. They're not going to say on fucking Tuesdays. Why would you say on Tuesdays against NXT?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
No, they're moving to Thursdays.
WWE tried to compete. They got their ass spanked like a fucking bitch.
Honestly, when you think about Impact, do you think about Thursdays? I mean, that's just the natural day for Impact.
Right. Let's talk about
TNA.
Right. Let's talk about, since it's coming up here, I think it might be appropriate to talk about WWE and DraftKings partnership.
Okay.
So, if many of you may not have known, and the reason that DraftKings is always promoted during WWE programming is because Vince McMahon is a minority partner in DraftKings.
Yes.
And for the first time ever, WWE will be on DraftKings as an official gaming partner. Now, with laws as a part of gambling, they cannot do it for any kind of monetary income because it's a predetermined, essentially theater.
Right.
So it is going to be the first free-to-play pool product for DraftKings, and the inaugural pool will be WrestleMania 37.
Nice.
For April 10th and April 11th.
Nice.
So what are your thoughts about this new integration? Do you think this will actually bring in more people, or what? I mean, I want your opinion on this, Peanut Gallery.
Well, I'm going to start using it.
Really?
Sure.
Fuck, I guess whatever. All right. I mean, I guess that's what they kind of want to do.
Yeah.
That's fine. Let's talk about So we'll talk about both the New Japan stuff here together.
Is that the list of banned words?
Yes. So
banned words.
So the partners for WrestleMania 37, well, there was 36, 37. They added a couple of new words, but these are going to be the banned terms that were issued by the partners.
Nice.
This is full list at least of we know right now, and I'll put in which ones are banned now. At least that were put in this week. Blood, choke, belt, strap, diva, which was one of the new words, headshot, trauma, which is one of the new ones, kayfabe, mofos, house show, DQ, the anti-diva, which was one of the new ones, spinal injuries, victim, violent/violence, wrestling/wrestlers in WWE, ironic, right?
Mm-hmm.
WWF, wife beater, curb stomp, needs a push, which is a new one, to be over, which is a new one, babyface, heel, to job/jobber, card, strangle, kill, murder.
Jesus.
It's the weirdest amalgamation of. Am I using that correctly? Amalgamation?
Agglomeration
Right.
of words like ever. It's like Jesus.
Super odd, but yes, that's kind of what's going on there.
Jesus murdering, strapping anti-diva Fick.
It just gave me trauma with my kayfabe mofos. I don't know. Anyway, so
we're just gonna roll with it.
So New Japan news, big ones. So we'll talk about the NJPW Strong one first. NJPW announced, I think like yesterday, that the winner of the New Japan Cup USA will be the inaugural NJPW Strong Openweight Champion.
Nice.
The 8-man tournament begins next week on April 9th.
Yep.
And the opening matches will have Clark Connors taking on Leo Rush.
Nice.
Brody King will take on Chris Dickinson.
Okay.
Renan Narita will be taking on Tom Lawler. And Hikulua will be taking on Fred Rosser. The semifinals will be on April 16th, and the finals will take place on April 23rd. The previous winner of this tournament was Kenta, who won the inaugural championship, and he won the shot to take on Jon Moxley for the United States champion.
Yep.
What are your thoughts about NJPW Strong getting their exclusive championship?
Sure.
I think it's great, especially if they are going to really put this into a brand.
Right.
And we don't know when they're going to be able to bring back and forth titles and all of this stuff. They would have to plan ahead. So I think at least a title exclusive to them is not a bad idea.
Nope.
Let's talk about the IWGP World Heavyweight Champion.
The new lineage.
We saw the first title defense tonight, and we saw the reactions from when they introduced it on Friday. I know it's felt like it's been a hell of a lot longer than that.
Well, technically, this was not the first defense.
It was the first defense of the World Heavyweight Champion.
It was not. This happened when the previous time, but Kota Ibushi was allowed to carry both belts until the new belt was created.
No, they were still separate.
No, they were actually the same championship.
No, they were not.
Yeah, they were.
No, they were not.
Why don't you look your Wikipedia?
I did, and it was the first title defense. Maybe Peanut Gallery should look it up. Anyway, they introduced the new physical champion, retiring two very popular championship belts. And the people who reacted to this. So, my opinions of the belt. It's going to grow on me. I think it's fine. It's not the worst thing in the world. I think people are overreacting, saying, oh my God, it looks like the fucking Divas champion.
You're right. So
Yeah.
after the El Desperado match, they were officially united.
Yes.
They were not defended as a singular.
They were not.
part.
They were still double champions. This was the first title defense as the World Heavyweight Champion.
Right.
Right. So Peanut Gallery once again is wrong. I think you should give back the title now.
No, I'm not going to, actually. I don't think that's part of the deal.
So anyway, people were comparing the new design to Cody Rhodes' neck tattoo
And the Divas champion. The WWE banned a word championship.
We can still say diva. Like, don't worry.
WWE championship.
we might add in like a little beep, like a little like thingy every time we say some like a curse word or whatever.
Right.
So anyway, what were your thoughts when they first introduced the championship and people's reactions?
I didn't
to
have
it?
a thought one way or the other.
Really?
Nope.
And what about people's reaction to it?
I didn't have a thought one way or the other.
I think it was frustrating. It's like, okay,
Your mom is frustrating.
New Japan does this all the time. They've done it for the heavyweight champion more than once. I mean, even when Lesnar had the champion and Shinsuke Nakamura, when they had their title unification, guess what? It was the start of a new champion. Yeah, because it was called the Triple Champion at first. So once again, people need to calm down. This happens a lot. Just because it's like, oh, really? 2 really cool belts. Let's combine them. I personally wouldn't have done it. I didn't like them having double gold in the first place, but that is what it is. Other than that, and then also the drone footage for the WrestleMania stage was kind of cool. They're basically constructing an enormous pirate ship.
Yeah, pretty much.
And people are bitching about that. It's like, for God fucking sake, can you guys not be pleased?
Right.
I swear to God. I mean, people bitch about like the Call of Duty community and stuff for being the most nitpicky little internet shits in the world. Pro wrestling fans are the most nitpicky little shits.
Oh, yeah.
Like, on the internet. And I love you guys. Trust me. Don't get me wrong. I do. But for God fucking sake.
I hate everybody.
Okay. So, anything else? Peanut Gallery.
Nope.
All right. So, when we come back, we'll be doing a Bible study.
A Bible study?
And what is going to be our Bible study?
It is going to be on Japanese sports tournaments.
All right. So, we will be back for that.